Hi everyone, welcome to the Awesome Cast, the only podcast to feature the entire NATO Council in one chat room. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Awesome Cast. I am your host, Whoota. I am joined today here by my co-hosts, Lars.
Hey man.
And my brand new and returning co-host, Gali.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gali, reviews were pretty good regarding your performance last time round. How do you feel that the crowd has accepted you so well?
Surprised and not surprised at the same time.
If people considered you to be rather funny.
Really? This is new to me.
Modest replies by Gali here. Right, we have a full schedule for you today. We have lots to talk about. Very different games from last time, so let's go for a rundown of what we're going to do today. First, we're already doing the introduction right now. Then we'll get to community news, TF2 results, Dota 2. We're going to talk about Counter-Strike, and finally, we're going to play another round of What's in the Box.
Am I answering questions?
No, you're not answering questions this time around, Gali. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, last time you were pretty horribly, so you don't have to embarrass yourself.
Okay. Right, community news. It's been a busy week in the community. Lots of stuff been happening. Lots of stuff being planned as well. We're gonna take you over the brand new headlines, which include brand new teams and upcoming TF2 events. Right, so first off, we have two new teams, Div Shesh, an Israeli team, and Forward Retreat, a mostly Belgian team. Lars, could you tell us a bit about the brand new Belgian team?
The brand new Belgian team is made by two members who are already in our community, Sunslayer and Lazy Luke. About their team, they're pretty new, but they have some really have some really good connection with each other. I've played them, and they're not bad at all. Just work on them and play lots more together. And I also heard that they have a new Div 4 squad or something. So yeah, you have to watch out for him.
Right. Any news about Div Shesh?
This chef is a very good team. We've played them. We Get Ready to Die played them, and we got rolled by them. They are a very consistent team, and I think they're now first or second in their group in ETF 12.
That's off to a good start for them then. Well, guys, if you're listening, welcome to the community. I hope that you will be most at home, and let's see each other playing some games. Right, so today we have two special guests to talk about our two special games today. Let me introduce them to you. First off is the Highlander hopping MC.
Hello.
MC, tell us a bit about yourself. Who are you? Where you're from? What do you do in real life?
I'm from Holland. People might know me from the MC pipe video, where I missed a multiple an amount of pipes that was not very good. It's gotten 1,800 views now. It's pretty insane.
Wow.
And a lot of people know me right by now. It's the bad way to get famous, I guess.
1,800 views for a video that features the most incredible amount of Dutch-English code switching?
Yes, it does. That's pretty much what it is. I study communication and media design in real life in Den Bosch. You can look that up on Google Maps if you don't know where it is. I played Dota and TF2 pretty passionately. Mostly, the TF2 is mostly competitive. Don't really pub anymore. And Dota is just pubbing with friends. And some CSGO, but I'm terrible at that as well.
Right, so admitting that you're terrible at CSGO, let's see what our other special guest had to say about that. For our Counter-Strike segment, we have brought you the Jumpstab aficionado from KSG, Double Death.
Hello.
Hi, Double. So let's let us know about you. Where are you from? What do you do in real life?
Well, I'm currently living in Israel. 16 years old. I study in high school. That's pretty much it.
Okay. And any other games you play besides TF2 or Counter-Strike?
I tend to play MMORPGs, and I guess that's it.
Okay.
I play mostly first-person shooters.
First-person shooters. So, well, would you say that you consider yourself pretty competitive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because last week Andy hosted a 4v4 cup in TF2, am I right?
Yep.
Could you tell me briefly how that ended up with your team?
Well, it was a team of 4v4. We were in Division 3 out of 4. Basically, the group stage we ended up second, with 1 loss and 3 wins. And then up to the finals we won 2 out of 3 maps, so we won the division.
So you brought home the cup for Team Awesome that day.
Indeed.
You were in the team.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations are very well in order. Gali,
Thanks.
do you want to say something to Double Death?
I think he has a nice creamy shade of brown skin.
I was actually hoping you were just going to congratulate him, but I think that's even better.
Oh, congratulations!
You played the 4v4 with Bone Crusher, Justice, and Jippy, am I right?
Indeed.
Well, also major kudos to them for bringing that victory home. I hope that we can,
I want to ask one thing about it. I saw a video where your medic crossbowed the other medic who was like damaged and he made him drop. What was the
Indeed.
call at that moment? How were
It
the
was
comms?
like tons of laughs and mumble. Tons and tons of laughs.
Tons and tons of laughs. That's nice. Anyway, dropping a medic with a crossbow is always nice.
Indeed.
Right, but there's way more on schedule for you, I think. There's also still the Ultra Duo finals that are still in the scaffolding.
Yeah.
Are you still in the finals, Double? I think you are, right?
Well, semifinals still.
That's still
Rob,
in the
Rob
finals.
doesn't
Yeah.
have any news about that or when it will be. Maybe like
Yeah,
like
Rob
the weekends
hadn't organized
after.
it.
Yeah, when the weekends like after all the events are done, maybe I think then we'll do the finals. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know when the finals will be.
Ultra Duo is still very much going to happen, but we still don't know when. Okay, let's talk about upcoming events that are going to happen. We are going to have a hidden event the very next weekend. For those of you who do not know, the Hidden is a TF2 game mod that pits an entire team against one malicious enemy, and that enemy is a spy with absolutely crazy abilities, and he is permanently invisible. Right, so who of you here have experience with this game mod?
I do. This game mode is sort of like a Silent Hill variant. You play the spy, you are invisible, not forever, but until you're invisible while you just walk around. You can stab somebody when invisible, which is really nice. But when you get stabbed, you will be visible for a moment, and everybody will just gang up on you. And it's the goal to just like when you play Silent Hill to kill everybody else on the team. And for the other team, it's just to stay alive for long enough until he dies by himself if his cloak runs out. We've played a couple of warm-ups with like community members, just decided to hop on the server and try it out a little bit. Most people are like really good at defending, but one of our members, Cow, he swept everybody when he played spy. But that's he was a spy for ESV. And he's really good, so there was no really big surprise there.
So, spy players will want to sign up at all times because the prizes are absolutely incredible. Up for grabs are a strange sapper and a strange invisibility watch.
Ooh.
So if you haven't signed up, it is happening this weekend and there are still openings. Right, another event that's coming the week after that. An Highlander event.
Oh lord.
Yeah, this is the big one, Gali. The only thing you're gonna do is kill people with swords.
I can do that.
I thought it was funny with the signups that Gally was in first, like I said last week.
Gali, do you have special affinity with demo knighting?
Yeah, as in I can't hit anything. I die a lot because of the ping.
There's going to be 24 people running around in a wild frenzy. So the only thing you need to do is just wait for them all to mop up and then come in and smash them.
Yeah, come in and get the leftovers.
Just get the big one. Just come out of the bushes, grab him, kill him.
Know it.
So the Highlander event, the prizes there up for grabs are an entire Highlander costume that includes strange sword, strange charge and targe, and complimentary crown, because there can be only one.
Is it unusual?
There could be only one.
No, it's not unusual. That's a bit of a shame.
Oh.
Yeah, bummer. Right.
I think the only way that there isn't an unusual is because nobody in the community has a unusual crown, else it would have probably been donated.
I wonder how much an actual, unusual crown with a proper effect would cost. But we're not going to talk about unusuals and trading and stuff, because that is not what this podcast is for. We are going to talk about other stuff, like it'll be Halloween soon. And something tells me that there's going to be big events in both TF2 and in Dota, like there have been in the past years. MC, what were the Halloween events like in MC?
MC.
In Dota, I am so sorry. This is what happens when you keep looking at your planning.
The Dota events in Dota. Man, you got me. You totally.
The Halloween events in Dota.
Jesus.
That's what we're talking about right now.
The Halloween events in Dota. Last year there was what was it called? Grieveling, I think. It was something you had to collect candy on the map and then get it to a pumpkin or something, and you could get items and shit. And there was one before that as well, but recently there's been there was a patch, I think it launched 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So if they're gonna drop another patch on Halloween, that would be pretty close to each other, and it's not something that they often do, so I don't actually know if there is anything coming for Dota, for Halloween events or something.
Would be a shame.
Could I ask you a question, MC? It's like when they have to pick up the canisters. It's like the same thing happened in TF2, that everybody's only looking for like the present to get ahead, and nobody's actually playing the map.
It's kind of like if you like the winner, it's like 5 minutes, and then the team with the most candy wins. And if you kill someone that's carrying like 8 pieces of candy, you get that candy. And if you're carrying a lot of candy, then you lose health. So if you carry like, at one point someone was when we were playing, someone was carrying 12 or 13 pieces of candy, and he had 1 health. So you can just get one shot by everyone. But if you make it, then you instantly almost won the game, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know what they're doing for this year. I haven't seen anything yet.
It's up for surprises then. Right, we have to move on because there's way more to talk about this time. This podcast. We're gonna move on to TF2 right now. Busy week, especially when it comes to good news. Actually, once again, Highlander bringing home lots and lots of good news. Team Awesome main team won against their rivals in Wireplay.
Yay!
Lars, I thought you were going to be the guy about this.
I know. Team Awesome won a very close game. They had to go actually to a 3rd round, but eventually they won with 2-1. It was a very close game to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Then KSV had a busy week. They kept up their streak with a 4-1 win in Gulliwas, which was really close. Both rounds they actually started with a one round loss. The first round was taken by the enemy every time. But in the last 5 minutes, KSV eventually got to 1-1. And then in like the final seconds, they got to round 2-1. And then they just parked the bus for the second round. Also losing the first round. But then really just getting both 2 rounds and then just parking the bus the entire game. Just like defending really good.
Mm-hmm.
Then for
Double.
the 6th result.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Double because I believe Double was there during the KSV game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I saw that you had some trouble getting in on the enemies behind enemy lines. They kept pretty good watch on you.
That was especially because of the lag I was experiencing.
Mm-hmm. But did you get good drops at times or good picks?
Drops, I don't believe so, but picks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
think of-
mines.
What do you think of Gullywash as a Highlander map? Because I absolutely hate it.
I don't know. For a spy, I like it, especially the mid
Mhm.
fights. It's fun.
Has some good drop downs where you can get through.
Indeed,
Yeah, now that you mention it, it has some sidelines, some side routes that you can sneak through. Right, Sixes results then. We have 4 teams going at it in the ETF Tool Sixes League. Lars, what's the laydown?
Divshes was looking really promising, but sadly they lost against the number 1 of the group, both rounds. They lost with 4-1 on on process, and 3-2, a really close game on Viaduct. It was really sad that they lost because they could have gotten it to 3-3. But yeah, just very sad because they were really good, and now they say they have to fight to get second place so they can get promoted to Division 5. Then other really good news. Team Awesome really stunned their enemies this week. They hit a 5-0 win on Badlands. They just mowed their enemies down there. And then on Metalworks, which is not so much fun to play, they won with 6-1. So now they are first in the bracket. So really happy about that. So good job, guys. Get Ready to Die had less fun. They lost both of their maps. They lost 4-0 on Metalworks, which was sad, but their enemies were really good, and 5-0 on Process. Forward Retreat is still preparing for the next season, but they have been scraping a lot lately and having some good results out here. So good job to them.
Have we found anything out about Six Lives, or they played yesterday?
Six Live played yesterday, and I couldn't contact them. ETFL hasn't given me much to talk about, and the leader of Death Upon Impact also hasn't been speaking to me, so I don't know about that. But I hope they won. They are looking very promising in their Div 5 division now.
Right. As you can see, this segment is rather factual based. So if you are the leader of a Sixes or Highlander team and you want to have your team included, by all means, please send us what you have done last week so we can include this in whole, which makes our job a lot easier, and we can just make a better and fuller program. Right. So let's leave TF2 for now and let's talk about something different. Let's talk about Dota. Right. So MC, a couple of days ago there was a massive balance patch that hit the game.
Yes. There was a one of the biggest patches probably in Dota to date. It completely changed the whole meta game, and a lot of heroes got a lot of annoying heroes got nerfed, and a lot of heroes got buffed, so they are annoying again. So that way it kind of stays the same, but there's a lot of changes in XP range, like the XP AoE range increased, so you can now stand way further back when you want to get levels. So that's kind of improved the game for a lot of heroes because they couldn't get close or something.
Yeah, because I like to play Dragon Knight. He's extremely melee oriented, so it's kind of annoying to get your last hit in on time. Did he get like an area of effect experience buff?
All of the heroes did. So
all of the heroes. So this is general.
It was 1200 range, and now it's 1300. So you can stand a bit farther back, but it's also very important for the. They also gave the jungle camps. Mm-hmm. They changed that. They said they changed it to the XP being not only shared with teammates if you kill them, but also with enemies. So if you, as an offlaner, as an invis hero or something, you stand within 1300 range of a neutral camp, then you can steal EXP from the guy taking it. So
that's pretty.
It's basically in competitive. There's the offlaner position where you go to the hard lane, the short lane,
Mhm.
and you basically just try to disrupt the lane or get enough EXP to start running around the map.
Okay.
And that the offlane basically got a lot easier now, so a lot more heroes are viable in the offlane. So that's that's really changed the meta game.
And have you already
There's
noticed particular changes in the types of heroes that people use, or are they still holding on to their old standbys?
No, people are completely changing up what they're playing. There's a hero, the Bloodseeker, you might know.
Mhm.
He got buffed that one of his passive skills was Thirst, and he got more movement speed if people were low on the map. They've buffed that kind of. Well, it's kind of a buff, but when his Thirst is active, his movement speeds like his movement speed is, the cap is removed, so you could get the cap was 522, his max movement speed. But when Thirst is active and you get there's like 5 low heroes on the map, and you have some movement speed increasing items, then you can run for. I've seen people run at 1,000 speed, just fucking cruising around the map.
Oh, that's
So
pretty sweet.
it's really insane. So people are trying that out a lot, and people are trying a few more heroes that got changed or got buffed way more.
And so here's a question that has been haunting me for a while, because when I get into Dota, I usually just hop on a pub and 3 of my team leave, and I am 2 against 5, and it sucks. It sucks balls.
Yeah.
How do
does.
you get like a kind of quality game that doesn't have people leaving all the time?
I mostly just I kind of refuse to play alone, because playing alone it either it kind of sucks just in general. You can get it at least. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck. You can still have a fun game, and you can even get lucky and get some good teammates or something like that. But like I said, it's you getting lucky. Like it's either you get good teammates or you get 3 people leaving, like you said.
Yeah.
So I have a standard group of people I play with. I play Dota with, and they're pretty much on every night. So if someone's trying to get into Dota, I advise them to get 5 people from your 6th team or from your Highlander team and just start playing Dota together, because playing it together is 20 times like so much more fun than just playing it alone.
That's good advice. What I noticed is that you happen to show up around the forum from time to time, and one time you posted a newbie event.
Yeah.
Where everyone would play Earthshaker, was it? Just
yeah. There's
5v5
a few ideas for events that are that I still need to kind of work out, but I'm very busy with college and stuff.
Yeah, it would be nice if you could, whip up an event every now and then that could get people in, because I think that Dota could be really fun in the community as an off TF2 time waster, because a lot of people want to unwind from time to time.
Yeah, there's the event that you were talking about is there's like 5 people on the team, and there's a mid lane. So there's like 3 lanes. You have the long lane, which is the off laner. You have the safe lane, which is what it says. It's a safe lane, so it's safer to farm there. So most of the time you send your important player there. But on the event you were talking about, it's all
mid lane.
All mid lane. So 5 people go mid, and you get heroes with certain skills that are quite fun to use. So the Earthshaker has Fissure, which is a stun which also walls off in a long range. So there's like a big wall in front of the.
They're all very physical, very tangible abilities.
Yeah, like if you get 10 Earthshakers in middle,
and
you get 10 people throwing fissures at each other and trying to kill each other, trying to block each other in. There's also things like Pudge, who has a hook, so you get 10 people trying to hook each other. and just
the funny thing is, not a Galley is part of our crew secretly. Galley, you around? Still
sorta.
reading. Yeah, well, I actually commissioned Ghost to change the picture in the background to include you, and you would be represented by a Pudge.
Oh yes. I don't know who that is, but
I don't think you want to be happy about that.
Is he that big purple guy?
It's a really big guy, yes.
I think he can be purple if you want him to. Right.
Or
I think
am I thinking of League of Legends?
I think we have to move on, because we are running short on time right now. Double. Let's talk about Counter-Strike.
All right.
Right. So it's kind of the same question, Double. When you play Counter-Strike, I doubt you are not always in the mood to go and play a pub where people shoot each other in the face.
Yeah, the pub in Counter-Strike, the new one, actually, is kind of messy.
Messy how? Does because teamwork in Counter-Strike is that more important than Team Fortress 2, or is that like backseat?
It's a lot more important. Like,
Mhm.
you can't stay calm when you play Counter-Strike. Unlike TF2 Pub, where you just go, die, and go again.
Okay, so if you want to go for a semi-serious game in TF2, you go to a lobby, for instance. How do you do that in Counter-Strike?
Well, and the new Counter-Strike, that's actually something I really, really liked. Where they put in a matchmaking, well, basically matchmaking, which you can play either, well, there's certain game modes like arms race, where you start with a shitty weapon and you level it up to a better one, and then you have to kill with a knife at the end. And there's like casual game, which is basically pub. It's a 10v10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's competitive, which is for serious players who actually enjoy the game and want to play it well, competitively with teamworks and comms.
Yeah, the whole we happen to have or had a competitive CS:GO team in Team Awesome. Somehow we never hear from them anymore. Is there anything Double that you think could lower the bar for getting into competitive Counter-Strike?
What do you mean lower the bar?
Well, as if I can imagine that currently if you want to get into Counter-Strike, competitive Counter-Strike, you need to be insanely good at aiming and stuff. The random first-person shooter skills that in Team Fortress, for instance, can be kind of delegated to playing with a flamethrower or a minigun.
Have you seen me play Whoota?
I have hardly seen you play, MC.
You don't have to be good to play competitive CS:GO.
Really?
Well, I mean, like, I'm pretty fucking shit, and people rage at me, but it's only fun. So in that way, you don't have to be good at it.
Okay, right. So with that out of the way, let's talk about something else about Counter-Strike. A couple months ago, they added their version of hats, the custom weaponry. How did that affect the experience?
It didn't change anything about the game itself. It's just cosmetics, the same as TF2.
Mm-hmm.
People who care about it and people who don't care about it.
Okay. Can you find weapons like you do in Team Fortress, or do you have to unbox them?
No. Well, yeah, either game mode you play, as long as it's not with bots and it's an official Valve server, you get a random weapon drop if you're lucky at the end of a round, a game. You get up to I think it's 5 or 7 drops a week. And it takes quite a bit of time to get a drop. You can't get them all in one day.
Right. So when you play Counter-Strike in the community, who in general do you play with?
Oh, Steve, I used to play with. Now he's back again. I play with him. MC, which is shit. Now Cal has been playing lately. And that's it. Like, the serious players would play a lot.
Okay.
Don't know of any others.
Because I can't help but notice that the Counter-Strike scene in Team Awesome is still rather subdued and quiet. Do you see any way in the foreseeable future to have community event, like when a summer sale or winter sale is going on and the game's up for grabs? Throw a quick party to get everyone in.
Well, I hope so. In LAN, I think they tried to put lobbies of 10v10. Like the Insomnia 49, I think that Team Awesome was in.
Yeah, they did that. I was in there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was actually quite fun.
Okay. Question for Gali. Gali, what would need to happen to Counter-Strike for you to get into it?
Miniguns.
Miniguns.
There is miniguns.
There is?
Yeah.
There is?
Really?
Yeah.
Are they mounted or can you carry them around?
No, you're carrying him around.
Oh,
What the fuck are you talking about, Double?
The heavy weapons, MC. They're
Well, that's not a
basically miniguns.
minigun. It's a light machine gun.
Same shit.
Yeah,
Does
so
it
you can still
rotate?
No, it doesn't.
No, that's a machine gun.
play- we gotta be tough on this issue, people. If it doesn't rotate, it's not a minigun.
Right.
Too bad there. Right. That's all that I have to ask about Counter-Strike. Do you have anything to say for by yourself, Double, about the game?
Well, I want more people to get in it because it's quite fun.
Okay. Right. We're going into the final phase of our podcast. We're going to play everyone's favorite game, What's in the Box.
Yep.
Lars, can you explain the rules of What's in the Box to the audience?
What's in the Box is a trivia game where we will ask our special guest questions that all involve boxes. The winner will will receive a item that will be unboxed by Whoota live.
Right. So today I have 2 boxes and 2 keys, one from Counter-Strike and one from Dota. I think you can figure out who gets which.
Very nice.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, I do not own Counter-Strike, so Double would have to open his own box. Kind of a bummer. Right, so we're gonna flip a coin to see who gets to answer the first question. 3 questions for each. If it's a tie, there will be a tiebreaker. Let's see what we got. Heads or tails?
It's
Double says heads. What do we got? And it's tails.
Ha!
MC gets to go first. Okay. MC, first question. Start the dramatic music.
Wait, that's not dramatic.
Before their official announcement, Valve was working on something called Steam Boxes. What are they called today in the beta?
Oh. Hmm.
Isn't that the thing that they just announced?
Yeah, it's the thing they just announced, but what are they called?
Oh man, I totally wasn't following that news.
Steam 360.
Steam
Yeah.
Station 4.
No,
Yes.
I'm afraid not. The correct
the
answer
Steam
was
machine.
Steam Machines.
Steam
Yes.
machines. Oh really?
Unfortunately, Double, you were not allowed to answer MC's
know.
question. So instead, we have a question especially for you.
Alright.
In the very first Indiana Jones film, what special box were the Nazis looking for?
Oh god. I never watched these movies.
God, man, everybody knows Indiana Jones.
You didn't even know it, Lars.
I knew it. I was just forgetting.
I know.
I've watched every movie.
It was a Diamond Skull or something, I don't know. Just
No,
fast.
that's not a fucking box, Double.
That's a 4 film, man.
I don't know.
The correct answer was the Ark of the Covenant.
I would not have
yes.
ever guessed that.
Okay, MC, second question. It's still all to play for. What component could be found on an Xbox console, but not in a GameCube or a PS2?
Wireless controller.
GameCube had a wireless controller.
Oh yeah, I have one.
Is it online? Or Xbox Live?
I am going to count that as correct. There were 2 answers, a hard drive or an Ethernet router.
Oh.
Hey,
So-
hold up. Technically, when the not the Xbox, when the GameCube first launched, it did have a internet router. It just never got used.
But it wasn't built in.
It was built in.
No, you had to buy one.
No.
There's a really silly compartment at the bottom that you can take out. You have to shove your Ethernet router in there.
Yeah. Seriously, no. It was in the back. My GameCube has it.
Mine doesn't.
Well, Whoota, that's just.
I'm still going to count that correct, just to put the pressure on. Just to put the pressure on Double. Okay, Double. Second question. What is the difference between a casket and a coffin?
What the hell? That's these questions are so easy. The casket is where you put mummies, and the coffin is where you bury people. I don't know.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to count that as a wrong. They are both used to bury people, but the big difference is that a casket is square in shape, while a coffin is hexagonal.
A coffin is also
Right.
a lot more comfortable to lay in.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
For
It's padded.
okay, MC, you could drive the nail into
In the coffin.
into Double's coffin by getting this question right.
Oh, puns.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay. In Britain, there are a total of 115,000 of these red boxes in the street. What are these boxes?
Is that a trick question?
Nope.
Are they
I
telephone
know this
boxes?
one.
They are not telephone boxes.
Oh, Jesus.
They're tortoises.
No, they're not TARDISes.
Oh,
those
you
are
have
blue,
another
by the
one?
way. The correct answer was mailboxes.
Oh, God.
Oh!
This
fuck.
question
Joey-
is so easy. I knew that.
Joey said post boxes. Is that the same?
Post boxes, mailboxes, letterboxes,
Oh, the same thing. Okay.
but they're not phone boxes. Right.
No.
Double, you can still salvage this.
How many
Don't
questions
give
you got?
Mr. Fitz question.
I get 3 for each and then a tiebreaker.
Alright.
Okay, so last question for Double. What was the name of the scientist who placed a cat in a box and proposed that the cat was neither living nor
Schrodinger.
dead? Schrodinger is the correct answer.
Oh my god.
That was the easiest question ever.
That's the
seriously.
easiest question ever. Yeah, well, I had to get a box question. Okay, well, that means that we're going to the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker will be determined by a very stupid way. You have to shout the answer, and the first person to shout the correct answer to me
Wins.
wins. I have the final call about what is the right answer, even if Wikipedia says it is not.
Oh, can you can actually
controversial.
use fucking. Oh, sorry, I didn't say fucking. You can actually use.
Just said it twice.
Good job, Memty. Good job.
Damn it. You can actually use Wikipedia and shit like that.
You could have,
No,
but I have a strict
it would
time
be
limit.
again.
Okay, so tiebreaker question: Are our contestants ready to shout?
Mhm.
What was the total number of separate titles included in the orange box?
Oh.
12.
What?
12.
12
Nope.
is wrong.
Ah,
Um, 4.
4 is also wrong, but your answer is closest. The correct answer was 5.
Yeah, 5, because it's got the expansion for Half-Life 2.
Yeah, there's Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and 2, Portal, and Team Fortress. So,
Yeah.
by this final tiebreaker question, I have to concede the victory to MC.
Yay!
Thank
Not a
you so much
surprise,
for
really.
cheering. Right, so we are now going to open this box in Dota, which will take an age to boot up. Anyone know some funny jokes?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange?
Knock knock. Knock knock.
Who's there?
There.
Orange.
Aren't you?
Knock knock.
Annoying
but
orange.
the annoying orange.
Knock knock.
Gally, make a new joke, please.
Who's there?
What? Jesus.
Everybody wants to
Orange,
say
you glad that I didn't say orange again?
Damn it, Gally.
I actually have something that's mildly interesting. I talked to Undrex from Six Lives, and they haven't played yet because their opponents wildcarded and it got delayed by a few days.
Bah!
So that's why there was no result yet.
Right,
Thank
okay.
you.
I
Have
am
you
in
heard anything
Dota.
about the DUI guys?
No, I don't know them.
Alright.
Okay, I am in Dota and I can now open the box. I will be opening a treasure of the Shaper Divine.
Awesome.
Let's see what happens. Okay. Yes,
I don't know all the
apply.
names.
Opening, unlocking the loot. 3, 2, 1. Open. Crystalline sickles.
Fuck is
What?
that?
It's like horns for some sort of goat.
Oh, that's for I know for that what hero that is. That's pretty cool.
Kashrak? Isn't it Kash? Leshrak.
Is it for Lashrak?
It's for Leshrak.
It's so hard to know with Dota when because there's so many boxes and there's so many things in it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think it's for Lashrak, yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right, I'll be sending you that item in a moment.
Also,
For now, I think it is time for us to sign off. let's do some shout outs to everyone. Double, do you have someone to shout to?
Shout out to KSV and Team Awesome for winning the games. Specials.
Nice. MC, shout outs by you?
Shout out to Joey and Team 1.
Okay. Gali, more shout outs?
Shout out to my homeboy McDrizzle down in South LA. That's it.
Does he watch this?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I
well,
just
in that
named him up.
case,
So there
I
are
just
2
want to be cool.
Americans that watch Team Awesome.
Wait,
You
there's 2?
reckon? Yeah, you and your friend from LA,
That
right?
was a joke.
Oh, he doesn't watch anything I do.
Lars, you got more shout outs?
Shout out to KSV for being the highest ranked ever in UGC.
Okay.
Whoota, do you have any shout outs?
Oh yeah, I do. I'd like to give a shout out for Ghost for working so hard on all these pictures that I keep commissioning to him.
Yay!
And a shout out to Rob for doing such a smashing job on editing the video last week, and I hope that you can do a good job with this one as well.
He also has a nice rump.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Right, that's all. That's all for now, guys. We're going to go off. I hope that we have enough news to do another episode next week. So until then, this was Whoota, and this was the Oz. Yep.